Very well, ladies and gentlemen, today I am going to suggest a very good striker for Arsenal. You can see the image of that, but more importantly, we have to talk about the current Arsenal striker who wants to win his position back into the playing 11. He wants to win over the fans. He wants to win over everyone, even the manager, as things stand. So Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, we have an update about him, so stay tuned for that. We're also going to talk about Frenchie Ding Dong of Barcelona. A lot of things. So the first news is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has a very unbelievable news coming up. So it looks like Aubameyang arrived an hour and 30 minutes before any other player today for training. That is according to Sun Arsenal. Now you'd ask, why would you do that? Like why would Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang do that? Well, apparently, according to the Sun, Aubameyang rolled into London Colney today in his sleek Lamborghini an hour and a half before any other player arrived. He wants to win over everyone. So, let's see. But also, according to Rudy Galetti, he says that, funny story, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has been offered to Milan, Juventus and Inter Milan. The players' high wages are an obstacle for either of those clubs. Inter can still pay some amount of that. Milan, it's really dang tough. So, let's talk about... I think Aubameyang needs to sit down and get his performances right. That's what we missed. So moving on, Mikel Arteta says the last two performances have been really good in terms of what we want to achieve in matches, but we need to be consistent in that over 10 months to achieve the goals that we want, which is to be the best, and we are not there yet. So imagine if we can, the way we played against West Ham, if we can maintain that, I swear we're going to be a team to reckon. We're going to talk about other stuffs. A number of Premier League clubs are pushing for a festive fire break shutdown of football. A meeting of Premier League shareholders has been convened for Monday, and it is understood that the league will be lobbied to take action before the packed schedule. Now, if that's the case, I think that should be quick enough for us to, we'll all be in festive seasons as well, but because the congestion of the fixtures in December, and of course, come January, there's the start of the FA Cup that starts as well. So, lots of things to worry about. Let's see how things will move on about that. So, Arteta on the club, whether it is extending his current contract or not, he says, whether they have discussed about it, he says, no, we haven't discussed anything like that. I think we have many other priorities at the moment that are far more important than that. And this is his two-year anniversary. Arteta says, I don't think the world is right for too many celebrations. I just feel proud and grateful for the opportunity I was given 2 years ago now. And on so many games being postponed because of the whole viral situation, he says, we need much more clarity about why those games are being not played and what you need to do to not play a game. We need clarity because otherwise the fairness of the competition can be altered, and that would not be fair. So I think the point that Mikel Arteta is making is, of course, the whole first 3 games that Arsenal struggled to field a strong 11 because of the whole virus issue. You know what happened, right? But anyways, double standards here. Moving on, Arteta was asked, why is Pepe not getting the game time? He says, hear me out clearly. He says, obviously with the amount of games we have got, there's not enough room for all those players. With Nico's situation, it's something similar. I've highlighted on many occasions, it's based on what I see every day. That's with Nico as well. I have to try to make that decision on what I see every single day. And to be fair, Nico is really willing to help the team. The reality is that the position he plays, Bukayo has been playing regularly there, and he has been fantastic. Good. Also about Odegaard, Martin Odegaard, Arteta says he's very, very young, but he's already had a lot of experience in different clubs. In international football, he's a natural leader. If you look for the perfect professional, he would not be very far from that. I agree, in the last few weeks, he's getting very close to his best level. The ceiling is for him, I don't know where it is, with the talent he has, the desire he has, how much he wants to always improve and get better. We've got a tremendous player there. Of course, and also Mikel Arteta also confirmed that Aubameyang will not be available for the game against Leeds United. Alan Smith says, it's a bit embarrassing for Aubameyang, maybe a little bit humiliating, but I've never really seen him as a captain. I wonder if he's ever really seen himself as a captain. In a way, it might be a bit of a relief, and he can try and concentrate on finding a little bit of form. Now, Ian Wright is not happy about Arteta sacking Aubameyang as a captain. He says Arteta has got the capability of killing it and saying, yeah, he's in the plans and he's an Arsenal player and he didn't do it. It's going to be talked about again. They will mention it again for the next game, and then if it's not in the next game, so we can kill it. That's all I'm saying. Kill it. Let's see. Let's see if he's going to kill it or not, or whether he's going to kill a player. I don't know. I don't know what to say. But all I know is relax, relax, respect, as Jose Mourinho would say. Moving on, Alan Smith also has asked Arsenal to not think about one man, and that is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. They would want Arsenal to either look at some other options, and he's also got a name in his mind. He says, I would not say Calvert-Lewin is an ideal fit for Arsenal. In many ways, he's an old-fashioned centre-forward, and he loves balls being swung into the box, and there's not many better at getting his head to the ball and attacking it. That's not particularly Arsenal's game. It can be when they get the fullbacks forward, and you can imagine Kieran Tierney whipping in crosses from the left towards him. But he's not immediately what I would think as an Arsenal centre-forward at the moment. But look at how well Olivier Giroud did over the course of his Arsenal career. You are just according to the player and that you've got up top. Also, I think I've already read his full interview where he says that Arsenal should rather look into Ollie Watkins than looking at Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Let me know what you guys think about should Arsenal actually look at Dominic Calvert-Lewin or not. Should they actually look at Ollie Watkins? We've already spoken about this, but still. Also, there are going to be some strange transfer news right now that I'm going to bring to you guys. So, I'm not responsible for these kind of news. I just want you guys to enjoy. And yes, Anthony Martial to Arsenal. Well, Gabriel Agbonlahor has opened up about this whole Martial to Arsenal thing. He says, there's something about Martial that I don't really like. He turns up for one game but then misses 3 games. You could have another Pepe on your hands. I'd stay away from that if I was Arsenal. He'd probably be sulking if he went to Arsenal after being at Man United. I don't see that one happening. So, 79 goals in 268 games across all competitions for Manchester United. Martial would want something better than what he's been given right at the moment. So, would you want or would you even take Anthony Martial at Arsenal? If you ask me, I'd say no. No way. Moving on, Manchester United have not opened any, according to Fabrizio Romano, Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong is open for a move. Or rather, here's what Fabrizio had to say. He says, Man United have not opened any talks to sign Frankie de Jong in January despite rumours. Same for Paris Saint-Germain. Still quite around Barcelona midfielder as of now, waiting to see what happens in the next months. But he's definitely on sale because Barcelona need to raise a lot of money. A lot of money, to be fair. Moving on, Newcastle. अब घोड़ों की रेस में गधे भी दौड़ेंगे. Newcastle are hoping to flex their transfer muscles because they have joined the race to sign Dusan Vlahovic. Arsenal, Tottenham and Man United are already wanting Dusan Vlahovic. Dusan Vlahovic wants to go to Juventus, but Newcastle says, hey, I want a piece of Dusan Vlahovic next season. Really? All the best. All the best. I don't want to, whatever, man. I don't want to even open more on that. So, here's a striking fact. Mason Greenwood is on Arsenal radar. Yeah, I think Arsenal are interested in Man United striker Mason Greenwood along with Barcelona and Juventus. According to a report in Spain, Daily Mirror have reported. Also, if and only if Mason Greenwood thinks of leaving Manchester United, a fee of around £100 million is expected. English tax, but not only that, lots of issues there as well. So Mason Greenwood to Arsenal. Let me know what do you guys think about this. You might be thinking, IG, you're coming up with bizarre after bizarre after bizarre news all of a sudden. Let's see how things will turn out. Moving on, Arsenal goalkeeper Alex Runarsson had to be treated for a head injury in hospital after a clash with an opponent when he was actually playing for OH Leuven. That's according to Daily Star. Sad news where he had to actually, be taken off from the pitch. Get well soon is what I would say to Alex Runarsson. It's really bad actually. So my suggestion for Arsenal's striking abilities, that they should also look at Patrick Schick. This guy is really scoring bangers. He can head, he can shoot, his positioning sense, his timing of run is really scaring a lot of Bundesliga defenders. But you'd say, IG, that's just one season. Come on, he's been doing it in the Euros. Arsenal should consider his name, is all I suggest. Let's see if Arsenal are going to suggest his name or not. Let's see. They definitely look at a lot of different stats to sign a new player. Patrick Schick, has been phenomenal for his country. Had a fantastic Euros. Patrick Schick should definitely be a name that Arsenal should at least consider, is what I say. Let's see if that is going to be on the cards or not. If you want Patrick Schick to Arsenal, let me know in the comments. Is he the right fit that Arsenal can make a good striker of? I'll see you in the next one. Until then, cheers.